Ladies and gentlefers, welcome to the All-Star Weekend Rookie Game here. My name is Marcus Baylor, and right now, by my side is my good old buddy, Ryan Eastman. How's everything going for you, bud?
Are you sure you're Marcus? It's been so
Oh,
long. I'm not sure. Are you not Bobby? He retired too, right?
look, okay, just because all polar bears have this nice white, clean fur, and we can have nice little suits and ties, that doesn't mean we all look the same, Ryan. I know it's been a minute since I've last done one of these, but you can cut a dude some slack.
DQ, is
But
that
yes,
you?
oh my
You shrunk
gosh.
some. You're not 8 feet anymore.
Oh wow, man, if only I was
You'd
DQ, I
still be
would be.
playing if you were 8 foot, I guess.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, here we are, here getting some chance to look at these young talent from this year's rookie class shine, the best of the best from the East and the West. Are you excited, man?
Excited, yes. The best of the best, though. Is that a? Are you calling this draft class maybe a golden class
Okay,
or?
I'm not trying to be the fluffy fluff here. I'm just saying the best
I mean,
rookies of this class.
okay, because
Why
I
why are
think
you
Jake
putting words in
Turner's
my
class would like to have a word with you. I mean that some would
Okay.
argue they may have been the best class in the past decade, just with all the furs coming out of that. But
Oh, it's understandable. It's understandable, but hey, I'm just here to pretty much hype these youngins up. Getting a chance to see them play and just show how much that they have improved ever since we saw them throughout the year.
well, yeah,
Because,
last year, in fact, we saw most of these guys and gals at the draft combine games of the top 24. Definitely a couple non-top 24s have managed to make it in and impress this season, but it'll be impressive to see how these guys and gals have developed over the last year now that they have made it to the FBA.
Uh, yes, and from a lot of these guys, even from Lady Mal, from the Spectrums, of course, to Leon Delmont, which I've actually kind of getting a liking to, being a huge piece for the Bangor Tides as well. So, you know what? I think we've probably been talking a little bit too much here. Let's go ahead and get a chance to see these guys in action, and let's get it going here.
I was about to say we may
As
not want to bring up the how the season's going for some of these players, but
Hey, I mean, it happens. It happens to the best of us. You just got to make sure to run this rookie. You're not expected to do a lot, but here you're getting a chance to shine as we get this game underway for the rookie game. All right, let's get ready to watch these youngins play. We get to see the starting five right here. I'm pretty excited for this one, seeing these young guns showing the best of their ability, what they have learned in this game in the professional level.
well, some of these players actually having already played at some levels of professionalism, like Kasper Kusik coming in from one of the European leagues.
True, you are right, but let's get these things started anyway as we get to see a Lady Mao bringing it up. And we get to see a nice screen there. Lady Mao going for the fadeaway jumper, and it's no good. But Kiola with the board, laying it and cleaning up the mess. A nice, clean start for Kiola.
Yeah, Kealoha, playing from
Uh,
Hawaii, has surely learned from some of the best of Tate and Scooney on how to box out and rebound.
Yes, so we get to see Reese with the rock. Passing it over to Deershot. Deershot going over to Delmont. Delmont for a jumper, but he is no good. And Kiola already climbing up the boards early in the game from Hawaii. As Buckley passes it over to Mao. Mao, you see some nice passing from the crew out west. And we get to see a nice little spin move to the jumper from goal, but no good there as Penchkal gets the board, passing it over to Delmont. Delmont gets it over to Deershot. Deershot going for Cusick. Cusick just waiting for the play to develop. As he passes over to Delmont. Delmont for three, and it is good. Nice looking shot there from the Cougar there. As we get to see Lady Mao trying to looking for a little bit of a drive here as he passes over to Keola. Kealoha gets fouled there by Panichko.
The Fishing Cat being a little aggressive in an all-star game. Usually defense is played at 50% in these games. So better watch out. If he starts getting physical, he might get some physical play back right at him.
Yeah, that is true. But you know, being the young guns that you are, you want to be able to show out in front of a crowd like this, because for some of these players, they don't really get that often to have as many minutes as they would usually get in the regular games in the regular season.
No, you're right. Some of these players, having only played less than 200 minutes so far in the season, definitely being out in front of the crowds, playing in the prime, is a big honor for all of them, and some pressure that they may not be used to yet.
Yep, as we get to see Kealoha making the free throw there, as we get to see Delmont passing it over to Rees. Rees taking his sweet time, getting guarded well. He passes over to Cusick. Cusick taking his time to go for the fadeaway jumper. No good there. But Panichko trying to do some damage in the paint, but no good there. As Buckley taking it coast to coast, but no good. Not very solid offensively for any of these rooks early on. But Deershot trying to lay it in, and again, no good. As Gold gets the board.
Yeah, Orshot a chance there to take the lead back for the East. Misses.
So we get to see Lady Mao passes it over to Severt. Severt just letting the play move along as he passes it over to Gold. Gold only got 2 seconds left. Got to do something for the deep three, and it is in.
Long
nice.
range. Apologize. Just going to take a quick pause. I was noticing it was starting to hang up. I'm going to have to switch over to something else. Just give me a minute here. I'm going to pause this. Sorry about the technical difficulties. The internet does not want to both watch and stream at the same time. So let's try this again. Alright, gonna attempt to start it back up now. Just a second. Sorry for the rewind, folks.
All right, let's get ready to watch these youngins play. We get to see the starting five right here. I'm pretty excited for this one, seeing these young guns showing the best of their ability, what they have learned in this game in the professional level.
Well, some of these players actually having already played at some levels of professionalism, like Kasper Kusik coming in from one of the European leagues.
True, you are right, but let's get these things started anyway, as we get to see Lady Mao bringing it up. And we get to see a nice screen there. Lady Mao going for the fadeaway jumper, and it's no good, but Kealoha with the board, laying it in, cleaning up the mess. A nice, clean start for Kealoha.
Yeah, Kealoha, playing from Hawaii, has surely learned from some of the best of Tate and Scooney on how to box out and rebound.
Yeah, so we get to see Rees with the rock. Passing it over to Deershot. Deershot going over to Delmont. Delmont for a jumper, but he is no good, and Kealoha already climbing up the boards early in the game from Hawaii, as Buckley passes it over to Mao. Mao, you see some nice passing from the crew out west. And we get to see a nice little spin move to the jumper from Gold, but no good there as Penchkal gets the board, passing it over to Delmont. Delmont gets it over to Deershot. Deershot going for Cusick. Cusick just waiting for the play to develop. As he passes over to Delmont. Delmont for three, and it is good. Nice looking shot there from the Cougar there. As we get to see Lady Mao trying to looking for a little bit of a drive here as he passes over to Kealoha. Kealoha gets fouled there by Panichko.
The Fishing Cat being a little aggressive in an all-star game. Usually defense is played at 50% in these games. So better watch out. If he starts getting physical, he might get some physical play back right at him.
Yeah, that is true. But, you know, being the young guns that you are, you want to be able to show out in front of a crowd like this. Because for some of these players, they don't really get that often to have as many minutes as they would usually get in the regular games in the regular season.
No, you're right. Some of these players, having only played less than 200 minutes so far in the season, definitely being out in front of the crowds, playing in the prime is a big honor for all of them and some pressure that they may not be used to yet.
Yep, as we get to see Kealoha making the free throw there, as we get to see Delmont passing it over to Rees. Rees taking his sweet time, getting guarded well. He passes over to Cusick. Cusick taking his time to go for the fadeaway jumper. No good there. But Panichko trying to do some damage in the paint, but no good there. As Buckley taking it coast to coast, but no good. Not very solid offensively for any of these rooks early on. But Deershot trying to lay it in, and again, no good. As Gold gets the board.
Yeah, Orshot a chance there to take the lead back for the East. Misses.
So we get to see Lady Mao passes it over to Severt. Severt just letting the play move along as he passes it over to Gold. Gold only got 2 seconds left. Got to do something for the deep three, and it is in.
Long range three.
Beautiful shot.
That was at least 4 feet outside the normal 3-point line there.
Yeah, just showing a little bit of strokes here. And if I recall correctly, Gold is actually a part of the 3-point competition. If so, maybe. I don't know.
Incorrect. He
Okay,
is not,
well.
but perhaps showing why he should have been. Only one rookie actually made to the 3-point contest, and that is Kasper Kusick, who's yet to take a 3 tonight so far. But first,
And we get to see Lady Mao going coast to coast. Getting to use a little bit of her speed there. As Leon Delmont pass it over to Rays. Rays laying it in himself. Anything you can do, I can do better there.
the hooded skunk using his big body to force Sievert back.
As we get to see Kealoha passes it over to Gold. Gold. Taking his sweet time, trying to get a little bit of a screen going. And he loses the ball there. And it's stole by Cusick. And Cusick going over to Orsha, going over to Delmont. And he lays it in with ease.
Kind of hard to beat
Right now.
the 6'9" Cougar on a fast break.
Yeah, we get to see he scored 5 of the 7 points there for the East. As right now it is 9-7. As Lady Mount passes it over to Sever. Sever going for a little bit of a tough shot there, but no good as Panichko brings it down. Right now the East are down by 7. As Delmont passes it over to Kiosic. Kiosic back to Delmont, and Delmont with the jammer. Showing what he can do a little bit, as he is also a part of the dunk contest. Very excited to see him do what he does.
Yeah, the only rookie of the year so far, again, said this year, 2 rookies made it to the extra contest.
So we get to see Gold pass it over to Kealoha. Kealoha laying it in.
Nice hook shot.
Yes, excellent hook. As you said, Kealoha has learned very well from the likes of Scooney Barrett and Zach Tate. I would see the ball being passed over to Cusick. Cusick really deep, but we got 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Cusick trying to make some moves there, trying to get into the paint. Going for that jumper, and no good. But Panichko, once again, cleaning up the mess.
Tying it up at 11 apiece.
As we get to see Mal passing it over to Gold. Gold going over to Kealoha. Kealoha taking it over back to Lady Mal. Get to see a screen there. But nothing much going as it gets really tight on the perimeter. She goes for a 3. No good. Very well defended by Leon. We get to see Kiosic pulling it back a little bit. Passing it back to Delmont. Delmont waiting for a nice little screen there. Passes over to Kiosic. Kiosic back to Delmont. Delmont has to do something as Rays takes his jumper in and out.
Yeah, play never developed there. Kept trying to figure out who was going to take the shot.
And sometimes it has to be happening. Maybe a little bit of jitters going on as Buckley has the rock. And he passes it back over to Mal. Mal with the three. And it hits the side of the rim. Rays with the rebound. Yorshut.
Well, you got to remember, none of these players actually play with each other. All from different teams.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting because Houston goes for the three, and he nails it as the East takes the lead. And we get the first timeout from the West. So right now, a very decent outing from these young guns. Who's got you very impressed so far?
Well, I was going to go with Kealoha, the center forward out of Hawaii. As we were talking about gushing over his teammates, Scooney and Tate, it can be a bit of a challenge as a rookie coming in and having to sit behind two stars like that. Can be a little discouraging. Glad to see him seemingly have picked up some tricks from the two players.
Yeah, it's definitely, even though with the fact that you won't be seeing as many minutes as you would with those two positions on lockdown, it is good to pretty much take a chance to learn with the two. And it's good to not be as salty, knowing that you probably could be getting more minutes if you were by your own. But hey, getting a chance to have those mentors and, having a chance to learn a thing or two that maybe others probably couldn't at the start of their rookie season.
Well, I mean, just looking at the players playing right now, minute-wise, I think the only real starters are J.C. Gold, Roland Buckley, Josh Sievert, Leon Delmont, Kasper Kusick. Jacobus Orshot has been on and off starting, and again with Carlos Reyes, and then Niran Panichkul. So most of the starters have, and he's probably the only one really that hasn't, aside from Malmquist.
And Lady Mal weighing it in with the and one, too.
Kusland is angry that she got called for the foul there. Saying, ref, come on, this is the All-Star game. We don't call fouls.
I mean, hey, sometimes it happens in this game. Maybe get some nice little lessons from the ref.
Oh, don't argue with the ref. That's an easy way to get ejected.
Pretty much, as Lady Mal getting a nice easy score there. We're tying it back up to 14 with the old school three.
So is there something I'm missing? Is Malkovich a queen or something that I don't know about? Or is she just your lady?
I don't know. It's just, I'm not good with last names. You already know this from our past experience, as we get an and one there. It's served with the foul.
Yeah, Lynn getting the nice contact play and the chance for an and one now off the glass.
Yes, anything you can do, I can do better. But you already know that I'm not good with last names. So
yeah,
that's a pretty difficult one, I might add.
Yeah, so, I'll let you slide with that. Just I don't want her going into the interviews after the game going, so are you and Marcus a thing?
Oh no. She's way too young for me. But anyways, we're gonna see Sanchez, the big center from Lorraine, with the board. This is Lucy Coslin. Pass it back over to Sanchez. Sanchez. Oh wow, a lot of passing, but not a good pass there. As we get to see the West with the ball once more, as Severt passes over to Gold. Gold taking his time, passing back to Severt. Severt with an easy jam of his own.
Okay, taking it back. Severt was also in the dunk contest. I apologize. Please don't hurt me, big fish.
It happens. Mistakes happen from all of us. As we get to see Tavares going for three. No good there, as Gold gets the board. In the early going as the East leads up by one. As we're going to see O'Hara with the three ball. No good there, and Tavares with the board. Tavares going over to Coslin. Coslin was thinking about a three. Being guarded well. Trying to go for a spin move, and he loses the ball, and O'Hara picks it up. And we get to see a nice fast break as Gold gets blocked.
Nice rundown
there by Aquino. And Cusick going for the easy two, getting the points off that turnover there, as the East are now up by 3. And now we get to see the play getting quickly mixed together.
Or very slowly, as the shot clock's winding down and it hasn't passed the ball once yet.
Yeah, he's got to do something. As he tries to go for a fadeaway, no good there. Don't know what he was thinking, but he's trying to probably square up. We're going to see Tavares going for the three, and it is, well, not three, but a jumper. It's good.
Go for the free two. We'll call that
two.
that's the new three. Is the free.
All right, as we get to see a lot of passing out there for the West. We can see O'Hara with the rock. O'Hara passes it over to Gold. Gold trying to make some moves, getting into the paint, laying in, but huge block there. Excellent blocking skills. And we get to see Tavares going coast to coast, laying it in with a nice layup.
Yeah, nice reverse layup coming out. Interesting to see the as they call a timeout, noting the East. Some of the players have played together with each other, considering Lorraine has 3 players that made the All-Star game this year, even though none of them are starting. Sanchez, Blessing, and Lind obviously have all played together in the rotation for Lorraine, and Tavares and Gusland for Baltimore. So we could actually have a starting lineup that, or a rotation lineup that is fairly used to each other, whereas the West is much more of an amalgamation of teammates from across the league.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how things really come together. As you know, as you said, the familiarity for the Eastern squad is definitely there. It could be a little bit of an advantage in this game, but we'll definitely have to see how it plays. As you know, there are a little bit undersized in a few of the depth chart.
Well, they have more guards than I think the rest of the West Coast has, and that, in fact, the 3 of them being top picks with Delmont, Cusick, and Delgado, who finds himself no longer playing for Plymouth and is representing Albany, in fact, this game.
Yes, as we get to see O'Hara bringing it up. O'Hara passes over to Baptiste, passing back to Rose. Jalen Rose, a top 5 pick as well. Passes over to Aquino. Aquino passing it to Baptiste once again. And Varnaghi trying to get into the paint. Trying to lay it up and in and out though. Nice defense from Sanchez.
Well, Rose was actually one of those top 3 players that fell outside the top 5, was picked up by Dakota at 7. And not seeing him in the top starting lineup surely is peckered the Dragon a little bit.
Yeah, as we see Delgado missing the 3 there, as Jalen Rose gets the board and he passes over to O'Hara. And right now the West has not been able to score in the past 3 minutes, so we got to change that pretty quickly. As we get to see Varnaghi passing over to O'Hara. O'Hara back over to Rose. Rose passing to Baptiste. Baptiste going over to O'Hara. A lot of passing going on for the West as Aquino goes for the jump and no good. All that passing for nothing.
Looked like a game of hot potato. Who was going to take the shot finally? No one wanted to.
You know, you can't be doing that. And then, Lucy Coslin losing the ball right there. And he passes back over to Coslin. Coslin's got to be careful with the rock now as she tries to make the drive. Passes over to Lynn. Lynn with a long 2, and it is good.
East starting to build a lead here as the West are almost scared of the ball at this point.
You know, you can't be doing that. This is the All-Star weekend, guys. As we get to see a nice passing there. Rose taking his chance with the rock as he passes it over to O'Hara. O'Hara going over to Varnaghi. Varnaghi kind of stuck right now. He has to probably think of something. Passes it over to Baptiste. Baptiste with the hook, and it is good. Nice find there in the late of that.
It's a very dangerous pass. His Baptiste's defender was actually between him and Varnaghi, so good on him for threading the needle there.
As we get to see a nice little shot, no good there as Baptiste gets the board. And Aquino has a chance to get the rock. Aquino trying to get the plan set up as he gives the ball to O'Hara. O'Hara passes over to Varnaghi. Varnaghi going to Rose. Rose over to Aquino. Get to see a lot more passing again as O'Hara passes over to Varnaghi. Varnaghi to Aquino. Aquino for 3, and it is good. This time, the passing worked out well, getting the nice spacing there for that 3 ball.
Yeah, but it leaves the East with the last shot of the quarter as time winds down.
Yeah, and we get to see Lucy bringing it up as he gets a screen. Lucy got everything coming up and lays it in.
Oh, nice
Nice
clutch
little lucky
there.
roll.
See her pull it back down as the defender flew in and was able to push it back up as time was getting ready to expire. Could have been an easy block there if she didn't have the court awareness.
Yep, exactly, as we get to see the East leading the West by 6, 27-21. So a pretty fun quarter for a little bit. We got a little bit of defensive stops.
Couple dunks.
And a couple of dunks. They said both of these players right here, and both dunks coming from these two amazing players that we're going to see in the dunk contest as well. So I see that this is going to be probably a fun game indeed as we continue on into the second quarter. What do you expect to see from the West squad as they are down in this small little deficit?
Well, I mean, that's the thing. We saw a lot of passing. We also saw very little passing at times. I think they're going to try and play through more of their bigs. That is one of their advantages they have over the East right now.
Yes, and we get to see Ella Blessing taking the shot, but the Blessings weren't with her that time. You're going to get a lot of Blessing puns from me tonight.
Oh, God.
As we get to see Lady Mao.
I need some wine or something, please.
Oh, we can't be having this alcohol up in here. As Varnagi gets fouled by Benichko, and he'll go to the line for 2.
I think I'm allowed 3 glasses before they cut me off, so I will take all 3, please, before the puns continue.
Wow, a 3 of everything aren't. It's always a 3 of anything when we get in trouble, isn't that right, Eastern?
Yes, 3 strikes, except sometimes it goes beyond that if it's fun.
Sometimes. We get to see the Queen getting subbed in for gold.
Berger Kane playing guard, fairly large for a guard, might be able to bully the East's much smaller guards. I think only Delmont can physically, in terms of size, match up to him. The rest of them are fairly small. I think Delgado maybe as well at 6'3".
Yes. We get to see Blessing going over to Orshot. Orshot trying to find a way to get past his defender. As he passes it, it's stolen by Jalen Rose. Nice hands by Rose. Probably more of a very bad pass. As Berger Kane going for the 3, and he lays it in.
Yeah. Berger Kane, the 6th pick from the Texas Lone Stars.
Very interesting name that he has indeed, as Blessing passes over to Rays. Rays getting the easy lay-in with the assist by Blessing.
What's more impressive, the long ball or the assisted layup in your mind?
That's a good question. I would probably have to say the assist, as we get to see a lot of work for Lady Mao as she lays it in herself.
Or maybe I should say the unassisted spin move layup compared to the assisted layup.
Probably the spin move.
Okay.
As we get to see Blazon passing to Orshan. Oh! I think there was a little bit of a hand there in that pass as it gets stolen back as Lady Mao passes it over to Berger Kane. Berger Kane going over to lots of passing once again. Gold going to Mao. Mao for a nice 15-footer, but no good.
I don't know if Berger King has a sponsorship with Burger King, but perhaps if at the rate you're going, it might become.
I mean, he's already got the name for it.
Berger King, Burger King, if you want to say that.
But we get to see Thompson with the rock as he passes over to Blessing. Blessing needs a prayer here, going for the jumper. No good. The blessings aren't worth it for today.
Maybe she should convert.
As Lady Mao once again laying it in. She's getting a lot of easy lay-ins in this quarter. I believe that was her 3rd, so I think it's 6 points this quarter.
Yeah, and she's giving the West back a lead, 30-29, with only 3 minutes gone in the second quarter.
Yep, as Orshot got a little bit of lane going for the jumper, and it is good. Wide open there.
I should be able to make that. It's from the charity stripe, no one around. Easy shot.
And we get to see Berger King bringing it up. Berger King passes it over to Gold. Easy find as Gold gets a dunk of his own. Excellent find there.
The Weasel flying high there. Maybe making a case for why he should have also been in the dunk contest. Snubbed from both dunk and 3-point.
Yeah, I mean, as Gold here just showing out a little bit as we get a nice little timeout. So right now, these kiddos are being very impressive right now. But who do you think is the most impressive in this early stages of the second quarter?
Well, I mean, you keep bringing up Malmkvist definitely showing off down low in the post. I think definitely taking advantage of the current lineup that's out there. She's very fast, very reminiscent of Lance. And that's not just because they're both rabbits, but because of their unbelievable speed down low in the post and able to just dodge around much taller opponents. And that's what we're seeing here right now is she's just mincing the East post defense.
Yeah, and also the advantage that she has over Blessing when it comes to being a little bit bigger, and of course with the fact that they're both fast, her size can definitely be an advantage against her as well.
Well, yeah, and her jumping and all that. I mean, she has a bit more on the, I think, physical side advantages over the horseshoe crab.
Yes, as speaking of the horseshoe grab, we got Blessing bringing it up. Blessing going over to Orshot. Orshot taking his time. He's passing over to Thompson. Thompson back over to Blessing. Get some Blessing going. Trying to get a screen. Being able to find the pass it over to Rays. Rays with the lay-in. Gets fouled. So he'll shoot for two. The first personal by Gold.
Yes, and first team of the quarter. Hopefully, like I said, that is one way to be embarrassed is to foul out of the All-Star game.
Yeah, considering the fact that this is all in good fun. It's an exhibition match. No need to get physical.
Well, I mean, we've seen it in the past when someone runs their mouth a little too much on Twitter, and the other team sometimes makes a special effort to shut down the player. So don't be surprised if certain players maybe get a little bit more contact than others.
Yeah, you are right. We've had a couple of incidents during the All-Star.
Yeah, a couple.
Yeah, quite a few. But as we get to see the East up by one, as the West gets the ball with Lady Mal. Going over for a nice 15-footer. Didn't get the lunky bats there as Orshot gets the rebound. Blessing getting a little bit of screen from Rays. And to try to pass it over back to Rays. Nice little panic pass, but and ends in a failure as Mal gets the board.
Defense collapsed too well for the East to get any kind of shot off there.
We get to see Gold. Maybe we get to see another nice little three ball, but Gold passes over to Sever. Sever gets blocked by Kanuchka. And we get to see a nice, easy coast-to-coast lay-in from Orshot.
Can't get any easier than that when there's no one in your way. Nice block and good eyes to get the loose ball as it was bouncing towards the half-court line.
As we get to see Mal passing over to Gold. As Gold gets a nice little screen to get himself opened up for that easy jumper. And right now the West is down by 1, 35-34. And right now as we get to see Blessing passing it over to Orshot. Orshot pass it over to Blessing. Blessing passing to Thompson. Thompson going to Panichko. Panichko going to Orshot. Orshot. So only got a few seconds left. He goes for the long two. No good there. As Berger King gets the board. As Gold going over for the jumper. And it is good. The West with the lead now.
Yeah, they're going to have to be able to stop the Weasel. I mean, he's doing it from all range. That's a pull-up jumper, a dunk, and a three-point now.
And, Blessing trying to do the cross-ups and able to lay it up and in, but no good there. But he gets the foul from Servert. Blessing showing some moves, crossing some people up.
Yep, she'll go to the line for two. Chance to get the lead back for the East.
Yeah, right now Blessing just showing what she can do.
Better be careful not to hurt her knees out. Don't want to blow your knee in the All-Star game.
Yeah, considering that she's got that like exoskeleton-like body, even though you would think that it's very strong, but sometimes it can be a little hard to run around on a court like this when you're a little crab.
Well, the Lorraine definitely is probably looking on, saying don't hurt yourself after they suffered they had a player go down for 2 months, and they were almost panicking there at the center position for a little while.
Yeah, sometimes these unfortunate events happen throughout the season, but it's something that you have to expect. Sometimes unfortunate things happen. You gotta find a way to game plan for that. You gotta have a plan B, C, D, E, and F throughout the season when something goes wrong. As we're gonna see Blessing getting ready to shoot for the lead here. No good there as Sever gets the board. So we're all tied up 36 apiece. As Mal gets blocked once again. And Delmont with his first personal this time.
Yep, we're going to see the pace slow down a bit as now both teams have a chance to go to the line after that. The greatest pace killer in the FBA, fouls. Let's just get rid of them.
Yeah,
let's just turn into a brawl. The ex-FBA, the everyone has to wear a helmet and tackling is allowed.
Oh, okay. I didn't know we were having a hybrid of football and basketball in the All-Star game.
I think that's called rugby. Almost?
Yeah, probably. As Triano gets the lucky bounce, as the West gets the lead, 37-36 as Blessing brings it up. Blessing trying to take his time, and she gets passed by Lady Mao as she gets the easy lay-in. Right now, Ella Blessing showing what she can do with the rock as we get to see the West bringing it up.
I'll say it looks like it's a battle of the point guards suddenly.
Yes, as we get to see Kealoha trying to lay it in, but no good. A little quiet here ever since the early going of the first. And as we see Cusick making some noise in the paint, laying it in. Serbert giving him back over to Mal. Nice screen from Serbert as Mal goes for three, and it is good. Excellent advantage for the screen there for the West as they tie it back up to 40. As Delmont has the rock, passing it back over to Blessing. Cusick eyeing things down as Blessing gets the ball. Just waiting for something to happen as she passes over to Delmont. Delmont for the long two, wide open, easy find.
So many screens there. The defense couldn't keep track of who they were switching on and off to. That's the definitely a good play to call on a team that's not used to playing together.
Yeah, maybe they had a little bit of extra work going into this game as we get to see Mao with the three, and it gets the luckiest bounce of the century so far this game.
Well, I was about to say, I don't know how much extra work it is if the play call is just keep screening until someone's open.
As we get to see Blessing, and it looks like an illegal screen there from Rays.
Reese going down. We're going to see a substitution on the floor for both teams.
Yeah, but as we get to see quite a little big ones for the East, I believe.
Oh, wow. I just realized East is going to go for a three-guard setup with Delmont at small forward, but given his size, it makes sense. And now they got basically 3 point guards on the floor.
I mean, hey, you've got a lot of playmakers on the court right now, so you got to make good use of them. As we get to see Triano with the ball. As we only got a few seconds left, he's got to do something. Going for the long two, and it makes it in. Tough shot too.
And very falling away from the basket as time expires is a very clutch shot to have to be able to make.
Yep, we get to see Delmont with the rock trying to find a way to get himself into the paint. Being guarded very well. As he passes back over to Delgado. Delgado gets a little screen. Pass by, going for the free throw shot. And he makes it. Excellent use for Tay Delgado. And right now, we're just waiting for the play to continue on as Triano. We're trying to see if they can find a guy open. It goes over to O'Hara. O'Hara passes it over to Kealoha. Kealoha with a nice little 15-footer, but no good there. As Delgado gets the rock. Passing over to Delmont. Delmont loses the ball, and it is taken by Severt.
Getting a little too fancy there on the drive to the basket. Lost it between the legs.
Yes, as we get to see O'Hara passing it to Severt. Severt looking for a guy to be open, and he has one right over there going to Triano. Triano trying to lay it up, but it is blocked. But Triano gets it back, and he scores.
Gotta follow through after the block. I mean, some players get so pumped up after that first block that they forget to collect the ball.
It happens sometimes, but it looks like it came to an advantage for the West. So they're up by 3. As right now we get to see a nice little drive, pass it back over to Sanchez. The big, passing over to Cusick. Cusick trying to get a screen going, but it's no good there. Cusick passes it over to Delmont. Delmont gets fouled by Kealoha.
Not much time there. Here, catch the ball with 1 second left. Okay.
I mean, at least he's be able to get the easy foul there.
Yeah.
And go for 2. Can get something out of nothing here.
That's one way to, I mean, as a team, that's something you can discuss later. You know, don't throw me under the bus there at the last second, because sometimes all people look at is the stat sheets, and they don't see that, oh, you shot the ball with 2 seconds left. They see, oh, you missed 5 shots.
I mean, it happens sometimes, but luckily with the fact that when he's fouled, the attempts don't count unless it's made. As we get to see O'Hara bringing it up for the West. As Baptiste passes it over to Aquino. Aquino going to Varney. Varney back over to Baptiste. Baptiste passes it back to Varney. Aquino going for the deep 3, and I thought the pass was stolen there, but nope, I'm blind as Varney lays it in. Sometimes the ball gets a little too fast for these eyes.
You used to be a pro player, right?
It's been a few years, okay? Just let me work. Right now, as we get to see, oh boy, getting stolen there by Aquino. Aquino might go coast to coast here, and he lays it up and in for the easy 2.
West slowly starting to stretch the lead.
Slowly but surely, they're up by 5 now. As we get to see Tavares laying it in. Tavares with a nice, clean little lay-in as they bring it down to 3 for the deficit.
Yeah, good isolation play. Everyone playing on the perimeter opened up that lane to the basket. Just took a little bit of a dribble move to get some separation from his defender.
Yeah, but as Varney trying to find a way to get into the paint. But no good there. As pass over to Aquino for a long 2, but no good as Tavares gets the board. Tavares trying to call out his shots a little bit. Changing with the game plan. He might try and size it up, but they pass it over to Delmont. Delmont going over to Lind. Thor, the big gator, the big polar bear, trying to lay it in. But
whoa,
no good.
whoa! You're talking about looking the same.
Hey, okay, that time it was a slip of the tongue.
Okay, I was just saying.
Okay, that was just a slip of the tongue.
I think
It's
Darius
been a while,
Cole would
man.
have some issues with being compared to a polar bear.
Anyway, hey, what's wrong with being a polar bear? There's nothing
No,
wrong with that.
no,
As Buckley goes for a long 3, no good there.
Isn't that an insult to call Scaly a furry? I don't know.
Oh,
Anyways,
I mean-
Aquino going to get the steal and layup off the steal. Nice turnover converted.
yeah, and excellent hands there by Aquino as we get to bring it up with Delmont. Delmont passing it over to Tavares. Tavares laying it up, and it's no good. Sanchez with the board there, so another offensive board for Sanchez. Showing her nice length as Tavares gets the rock back. Passing back to Sanchez, going over to Delmont. Delmont back over to Sanchez. Sanchez going to Lynn. Lots of passing for the East as Tavares trying to find a way to get into the paint, and he lays it up. No good, though. Varney with the board. And O'Hara trying to go for the final shot for that long 3. No good. So we end the half with the West leading the East 53-48, it seems.
Well, that is what the scoreboard says. Not much of a lead, though. 5 points can easily be wiped out in an instant in this game.
Yeah, because, sometimes a whole lot of things can happen, like 2 quick threes that just change the momentum entirely. But right now, excellent showings from both sides. And I gotta say, it's been a fun game so far. As we're gonna see a little bit of the stats.
I was going to say, fun game for the I believe it's the West, 8 steals. I didn't catch that as it came up real fast. We'll see in the player stats, though.
But yeah, it's definitely something that we expect for these guys. I mean, sometimes they can be a little bit too happy with the handles, losing the ball a little bit, as we get to see some of the stats here. As Niran Panichkal hasn't been able to score as much, but with 4 rebounds and a block, a nice, good old starter for her.
Him,
excuse me. Oh, goodness. Ooh, you know how long it's been if you're having all these mistakes. As we get to see Leon Delmont with 11 points, 4 for 5 in field goal shooting. That's very impressive for the young Cougar.
Yep, and Orshot, 4 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 turnovers, though, 50% from the field. Len, 5 points, 1 rebound, 2 for 3.
And Sanchez not being able to score that much, but a couple of solid rebounds and that one nice block, as well as Tavares having 6 points, 5 rebounds, and a little bit of a turnover, 3 for 8. And of course, can't forget the blessing.
With 1 for 3.
1 for 3, with the 3 assists as well. So she's having a pretty decent game.
Delgado, 2 points, 2 rebounds. And we're going to switch on over to the West, who definitely had the more steals, just looking at Josh with 3.
Yep, and Buckley not having the best of game right now in the first half. Severt, though, with 2 points and 2 rebounds and 3 steals. Very solid. Kiola, 6 points, 3 rebounds. You have Gold with 9 points, 2 rebounds, and 3 assists. 4 for 9, too, so a very nice showing in the first half. And Lady Mal doing pretty much a lot with a 50% shooting for 15 points and a rebound and an assist herself. Even though being a point guard, she can do a little bit of scoring herself with those drives. Varnaghi with 4 points and a rebound. Burger King with 3 points and a rebound and 2 assists. And with Rose, no points, but 3 rebounds, an assist, and 2 steals. Very defensive heavy. Aquino with 7 points.
Or just the East being turnover prone at this rate.
Yeah,
that's 8 steals for the opponent and 1 steal for them. So the fact that the West is only up by 5 is a little bit telling when they have all those extra possessions.
Yeah, well, you know, with rookies, they're still pretty much developing their game a little bit, because we're not expecting to have a very easy transition for any of these guys. Sometimes it's a good rarity to see someone like come in so naturally as we see from a few people.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, you think back to Jake Turner dominating quickly in the league during his rookie year. But then again, sometimes they have that issue of they come in too strong and then they don't know how to progress further and they get left behind. Rookie sophomore slumps are very common, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's something that does happen. Probably more often than we would like in this league. We do like to see a lot of these players here make the best of their ability with the time that they have on the court. But you know, that's what this game is. Sometimes you have to learn from those lessons.
Well, it's also,
on the court and off the court.
I think it's everyone looks for the new model. I mean, these guys are rookies now, but next year they'll just be another player in the league. That's how they'll be looked at. They won't be looked at as, oh, these guys are rookies. They'll be like, oh, you're just another player now. So what can you do? Because people are already looking for the next set of top rookies coming out this next draft.
Yeah, the draft is always an exciting thing for a lot of fans here, as we get to see a nice lay-in with an and one as well, in the second personal from Kealoha. So Orshad will be going for the line for one more. But now Orshad's having a pretty excellent game so far.
Well, that's his 6th point. Chance to add one more to it, being a bit of an all-rounder with 4 rebounds so far.
Yeah, but is he going to Ensign and out? No good there as Kealoha gets the board. Malkovich going over to Buckley. Buckley trying to find something, was a little bit slow there in the first half as he gets the ball back, going for a nice 3, I believe, and it's good. Oh, my mistake. He was pauser on the line. So it'll be for 2. So he gets his first points of the game. It's always good to have. As we can see Delmont pass it over to Cusick. Cusick back to Delmont. Delmont getting a nice screen there. And he gets a switch, swapping it over. No good there.
Defense collapsed quickly, ended up being triple teamed as he went for that shot.
Yeah, but as we get to see Mao pulling it back up, pass it over to Gold. Gold going over to Severed. Severed pass it to Mao. Mao to Keola. Lots of passing going on for the West once more. And pass it back to Gold. Gold. Gotta do something with the long two. No good there, but an Orshot gets once again another board. As Delmont goes with a 3, but no good there. And Panichko cleans things up. So right now the East trying to continue knocking on that door as they're down by 3. Going to see Mao passing over to Severt and going over to Buckley. Buckley pass it to Mao. Mao.
Double teamed.
Trying to pass it over to Kealoha. As we get to see some more passing as the clock is winding down. Mao trying to go over, but it's blocked by Delmont. And Delmont going for the easy assist as he passes it over to Orchard for the lay-in.
Yeah, height coming into play there. 5'11 versus 6'9.
That's not going to be a fun matchup.
No, you have to get a little bit more separation there. Especially as shots winding down, he knows you have to take the shot. So, can't wait that long or else you're just going to get punished all game.
Yeah, but Mao passing it over to Sever. Sever going for the long 2. It's no good, but he gets fouled by Rez. His second personal. Do I hear a little boo birds from the crowd?
Yeah, the refs, the fans don't want fouls called. They want to see the game. They don't want to see players stand around waiting for them to take a shot.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. We all just want to see them do a lot of extra things, do some fancy things in this all-star game here in Lorraine.
I mean, who wants to see free throws? They want to see dunks. They're still excited from the dunk contest.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much one of the most exciting things coming in for the all-star game. Who do you have for your number 1 guy to win the dunk contest?
Well, the dunk contest already happened, so I can't tell you that because it's already happened.
Oh, okay.
My favorite, though, before the dunk contest started was Scooney. Multiple-time finalist. Hoped that he had finally won it this year.
Yeah, but it's good to see Mao passing over to Sever. Sever going over to Mao. Mao trying to find a way to pass it over and pass it to Sever. Sever was defended very heavily as 2 guys were on him that time. And Damont finding some passing, going over to Cusick, and Cusick lays it in. Nice assist there.
And timeout from the West as the East has came back and taking the lead again. Delmont definitely commanding the floor with his passing. That's, I think, 3 straight assists out of him.
Yeah, he's just showing how well he can do it. Even though that he is the starting shooting guard for Bangor, he has a lot of experience as a point guard as well. He is a point forward.
I was gonna say, well, he's a point guard. He's a guard, a combo guard, as even though at his height. But you can't upset Lance as the starting point guard. I don't think there's a player in the league that could start over Lance right now. So
yeah, he is pretty much without a doubt one of the best, if not the best, point guard in the entire league. Of course, everybody very excited to see him in the All-Star game.
Yep, we'll see how he does coming up, playing alongside his teammate Mackenbach. Both conferences actually have 2 players from the same team in their starting lineups. For Dakota, Silvius and Lawyer, and then for the East, Wildfire and Mackenbach. Of course,
yeah, also we have a little bit of the hometown birds, Brody Morales and Grega, playing together as well in the All-Star game too, as we get to see Lady Mal passing over to Gold. Gold trying to find somebody to go over to Rose. Rose to Kealoha. Kealoha to Gold. Trying to find something going. Has a screen. Going for the 3 ball. No good there as Coslin gets the board. And right now, Orshot passes it over to Lady Coslin. And Coslin rattling it in, but no good. As Mal gets the ball back. Mal passes it to Gold. Gold for 3. No good. As Kiosik gets the board. Kiosik passing to Lucy. Lucy back over to Kiosik. Kiosik for 3. It hits the side of the rim as Kealoha gets the board. So a little cold feet there in these last few possessions as Mal gets the rock. Gets a nice screen from Kealoha. Kealoha. Not Kealoha. What am I talking about? Mal trying to find a way to get a drive in. Long throw, but it is clearly blocked, I think. And it gets an easy lay-in for Riz. So right now, Paninchko showing what he can do in the paint. As Mal passes over to Severt. Severt going over to Rose. Rose trying to find a way to get penetration, but he passes over to Mal. Mal along the 3, trying to get a screen from Kealoha. He gets the lane open, trying to go for the jumper, and it is good. And the West are now down by 1, 60-59, with 7:15 left in the third.
Yeah, a lot of action coming in the paint now. Both teams definitely showing off in there. Some 3-point action, but most of it has come within 15 feet tonight.
Yeah, a lot of paint play as we get to see. Try to see a score here as he's trying to lay it up and in, but no good as Rose gets the foul as Orshot gets to go to the line for 2. Now, right now we're seeing the bigs getting a chance to work a lot right now. Like both teams are testing their opponent's bigs out quite often.
Well, it seems to be ebb and flow to the game. A lot of point guard back and forth contests, and then suddenly we see the bigs, like you said, come in and start trying to push each other and see who can outscore and end up taking a lead here because neither team's really been able to get any kind of separation aside from that 5-point deficit we saw, which, as we've seen, was wiped out quickly.
Yeah, even then, it's still a bit of a stretch to call it a lengthy lead as Triano gets the board out of the missed free throw as Berger Kane gets to lay in, and we're back tied up 61 apiece.
A lot of fast breaks for both teams. I mean, I know said defense was going to be a little half speed, but they need to run a little faster.
And Orshot goes for the 3, and it is good. Excellent 3-ball from Orshot. He is doing quite well in the third quarter for now as Kealoha loses the ball, and Rays picks it up for the steal as Lucy gets it and bringing it up to the court. As we get to see Thompson pass it over to Paninchko. Paninchko laying it up for the and 1, and Kealoha gets his 3rd personal.
Better watch out. That's halfway there to the ejection.
Yeah, we're getting to the part where it gets a little bit worrisome.
I mean, I know like you said, the bigs are starting to test each other, but that's not the kind of testing going on. We're actually seeing him sat down after that foul. It's 6 minutes left in the third quarter. Plenty of time to build up more fouls, unfortunately.
Yep, as we get to see Gold bringing it up as Triano gets the rock next. Triano passes it over to Berger Kane. Berger Kane over to Gold. Gold passing it to Rose. Excellent pass there, but it's no good there for Jalen as we get to see the East bringing it back up as a Blessing. Passing it over to Coslin. Lucy. Passing it to Rays. Rays for the free throw shot, but no good as Paninchko trying to lay it in, but it gets blocked. Lots of defensive blocks here in this game as Berger Kane goes for the long 2, but no good as Lucy gets the board. Lucy trying to go coast to coast. He passes it to Rays. Rays laying it up and in. Excellent find there by Lucy.
Yeah, fast comes flying in fast for the drive. Could have been an alley-oop if they were a little bit more in sync there. That would have been nice to see.
Yes, as we get to see a nice little lay-in for Triano for the 2 as the East are now back up by 5. But seeing how this game goes, that'll probably end very quickly.
Yeah.
And we're going to see a nice quick lay-in, but no good there for Goal laying it up and in. And now the East are only up by 3 as Blessing brings it up. Blessing. Oh, loses the ball as Varnagate picks it up, trying to finally go through 3 defenders. That was probably not wise on her considering her size. And Gold going for the 3 and Neat pay dearly.
No, it's actually a
excuse
long
me.
2. Could have tied it up there, but not far enough back.
Yep. As Lucy tries to get a screen there from Rez. Lucy trying to get away to get into the paint. Pass it over to Rez. Rez for the mid jumper, and it is good. Rattles it up and in, and they're back up by 3. As we get to see Triano bringing it up. Triano taking his time as he passes it over to Gold. Gold for 3, and it hits the side of the rim as Rez gets the rebound. Lucy passes over to Blessing. Blessing passes it to Penichko. Penichko going for the mid-range, and it's no good, but Reyes gets the laying up and in, but no good there. Had a chance for a second chance points, but it's no good as Triano brings it up. Triano going over to Berger Kane. Berger Kane trying to go deep into the paint once more, but he gives it up, passing it over to Triano. Triano is trying to find something, laying it up, and no good as Thompson gets the board. So right now it's pretty close right now. Getting a little cold as Blessing loses the ball to Berger King, and Berger King loses the ball to Thompson.
Hits the back of one of the players trying to do a spin move.
Oh my goodness, Thompson loses the ball and Goal gets it.
Okay, slow down.
A lot of these players are getting a little jumpy here. As Triano gives it up and no good there. What a way to change possessions really quickly. Pretty messy play for that sequence as Coslin passes over to Penichko. Penichko laying it up and in.
Nice give and go.
Back up by 5.
Yeah, the East managing to hold on to this slight lead they have, even if it was whittled down, they've built it back up off that messy turnover situation.
Yes, indeed, as Berger King passing it over to Gold. Gold passes it over to Triano. Triano passes it over to Gold again. Gold passing it. Lots of passing right now as Rose goes for the free throw, and it is good. A 2-point free throw there for Jalen Rose as the deficit is now cut down to 2, 3, 72-60 as we have a timeout.
Look, I know you need your glasses. I know you need a calculator. It's okay.
Hey, okay, it's been like what, a year since I last done this?
Basically. I'd like to see what timeout there as third quarter is coming close to an end. Not much either team can really do right now. Just smarter plays on both sides. They haven't been converting some of their shots recently, but I think that's more of just trying to force some long-range shots. I mean, we've seen Gold take a few long ones that just haven't connected. But yeah.
Really, though, as you get over the turnover thing, it's really just trying to find a way to get those. Try not to be the hero of this game, because remember, this is a exhibition match. This isn't really anything but probably just for the pride of saying, hey, we were the better conference rookie-wise this year. Other than that, it doesn't really mean as much, so you don't have to go crazy with the ball.
Well, I mean, sure, you can have some bragging rights, but then it's literally for just the season, and some these players are obviously not playing 100% all out. It'd be stupid to risk injury.
It was good to see Delgado passing over to Tavares. Tavares gets hecka blocked. Excellent block there, as we get to see them going coast to coast as Buckley lays it up and in. And remember what we said about that 5-point deficit? It's pretty much gone now.
Yeah.
As they're down by 1. And we get to see Delgado with the rock. Passes it over to Tavares. Tavares finding Delmont. Delmont back over to Tavares. Tavares trying to get some spacing, and he gets a lane open, lays it up, and it's in. Good, excellent effort by his teammates trying to get that lane open for him, as if for the easy lay-in. As Baptiste passes over to Buckley. Buckley passes over to Baptiste. Baptiste Going over to O'Hara. O'Hara trying to get a lane going and passes over to Aquino. Aquino for 3, and it is good. And now we're tied up once again, 74 apiece.
Yeah, but less than a minute left to play. Maybe 3 possessions in this game for this quarter to go.
Yeah, but Delmont passes over to Sanchez. Sanchez loses the ball, and right now Baptiste has the rim all to himself, so he'll lay it in pretty easy. And they'll take the lead up by 2, 76-74. As Delmont trying to show a little bit of his magic, trying to get the drive and an easy 15-footer. As we get it tied back to 76 apiece.
You tell me you need to take a break.
Shush.
Yeah.
I can handle myself.
Freudian slips. But with that, the East will get the final shot of the game as the West try and put one up. No good. Delmont with the rebound.
Yep, Delmont. Mike taking the final shot here as Delmont passes it over to Lind. Lind for the long 2, and it is good.
Actually, I take it back now because of that. The West get the last shot. Chance to take the lead or tie it up.
And Baptiste passes over to Aquino. Aquino for the long 2. No good there as we end the third quarter with the East up by 2. So right now we get we see a little bit of jittery from one of the cameras there.
Yeah.
Maybe some technical difficulties. But hey, we're all good now. As the East Rooks are up by 2, maybe they'll have the bragging rights by the end of this game.
Well, really what matters most is which player will be taking part of the team that takes home the national title this year. I mean, right now they're definitely focusing on that, but some of these players on teams that may not even make the playoffs, unfortunately, so they're probably going to give it everything they have here.
Yeah, I mean, right now the only thing that they can do is just to improve why they were selected the way they're selected, as we get to see a little bit of a sloppy play as they get passed somewhere out of bounds. Oh, but apparently I think the West gets to keep the ball, as we get to see Lady Val pass it over to Severt. Severt going over to Mal. Mal with the 3, no good as Lind gets the board. As Cusick gets a chance to bring it up. Cusick. Nice passing as the Orshad goes for 3, and it is good. Orshad coming up with a few 3s in the second half. And right now, Malkovich taking her time, letting the play develop. She passes over to Aquino. Aquino passing it over to Kealoha. Kealoha trying to find a way to go for a nice fadeaway tough shot. No good there. And Orshad with the board, passing over to Delmont. Delmont passes over to Lind. Lind going over to Delmont. Delmont for 3, and he makes it look easy. And right now, we have our largest lead of the game as the East are up by 8, 84-76. As Aquino passes over to Severt. Severt going over to Kealoha. Kealoha passes it over to Aquino. Aquino for 3, and no good, as Sanchez gets the board. And Delmont passes over to Lind. Lind, lots of passing over there as Orshad gets the rock one more time, getting guarded by Buckley. Orshad trying to make some moves here. He's only got 5 seconds left. He's got to do something as it goes up for the midway, and no good, but Sanchez with the cleanup. Was that a shot or an assist?
I think the statisticians are going to have issues deciding what to record that as.
Yeah, that was a pretty weird sequence, but I'll just say an assist for now as Buckley goes for a 3, and it was, I believe that was a little blocked there, but Sever gets the offensive rebound, but Sanchez just
steals it.
Smash it from the air?
Yeah.
That was excellent.
That's when you know you've been really badly blocked, is when the ball doesn't even go anywhere. It just gets scooped up.
Yep, as Orshad gets the rock one more time, and he passes over to Lind. Lind passes it to Orshad. Orshad getting a chance to pass for the nice jumper, but no good as Sanchez gets it up and cleans out the mess with a nice little dunk.
Yeah, it's your second dunk in a row now, coming off offensive rebounds or assists, depending on how you look at them. I mean, That's completely up to the how the statisticians want to record those. That could have been a shot, or it could have just been a bad assist attempt.
It was something. I mean, it was a successful assist attempt if that counted. But hey, well, we'll see how that goes.
What do you call an inbound pass that goes into the bucket?
Um,
A turnover.
some type of score.
It's a turnover. That has happened before, and I believe the longest shot ever made was an inbound pass from the other side of the court that went straight into the basket. So that's one of those fun little rules. But yeah, we see the East slowly starting to build a bit of a lead here off of good offensive rebounding coming out, especially from Sanchez. That's 4 points off 2 offensive rebounds.
Yeah, in the past minute, as we get to see Sanchez taking a little bit of a break. But yeah, she's definitely. You would expect to see a couple of those considering her size.
Yeah, I mean, she's 7-1, not on the short end. And actually, the East now have ballooned their lead to 12 after that.
Yeah, right now we did see a little bit of extent of the lead here as we get to see Malkovich trying to find a way to get into the paint, and the bad passing there as Penichkov took it right from the air with ease as Delmont passes it over to Kiosic. Kiosic trying to find a way to get into the paint, but Kiosic, a bad pass there.
Speaking of bad passes,
as Berger Kane passes it to Mal, and Mal lays it up, but no good as Delmont gets the board. And Delmont passes it over to Orshid. Orshid, no good there. As we're having another case of misses in these past possessions for both teams.
We're seeing both teams get caught in the tempo trap where one team speeds it up and the other tries to match it. Block there for Orshid.
That's an interesting. Sometimes I can't understand whether or not it's a block or not, but I'm just gonna call it a block.
Or steal. Could be a steal. Could be both.
Could be both. Why not? As Penichkov lays it up and in, and right now the East are just running away with this thing right now, up by 14. So right now we're always seeing a little bit of little tiredness from the West. I'm going to see Severed pass it over to Malkovich. Let's try to get a screen going. Malkovich trying to do something with only 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Nice and passing for Severed for a jumper, and it is good. So nice little shot there by Severed as the East are up by 12. As Delmont passes over to Orshot. Orshot getting a nice screen. As Orshot just going straight through, and it gets blocked by Ka'alua. So right now he's showing how his defensive presence after being away from the game for quite a little bit with the fouls that he's accumulated in this game. As Kiosic passes over to Delmont. Delmont for the long three and hits the back of the rim. As Lady Mal brings it up. Lady Mal taking her chances. As she gets a nice little
not a nice little screen, a illegal moving screen.
Illegal screen right there.
Turning the ball over off that. And actually the West will start to apply some pressure with 7 minutes left. And charging.
Another charging foul by Kiosic.
Oh boy.
People are being a little too
testy.
Too heavy on the contact there.
I don't want to be reading tomorrow's injury report seeing half the rookies are on the DL.
Yeah, that probably would be not a good look for the All-Star game, being a little too physical for the liking, as Lady Mal missing the jumper there as Delmont gets the rock.
Well, if it's not a season-ending injury, it's not an All-Star game.
Well, Orshot loses the ball, and he gets it back, laying it up, but no good as Rays try to clean it up, and woo!
A flagrant one coming in.
Flagrant. Kealoha just really decked him hard there.
I mean, they say if you're going to foul hard, make sure they don't shoot, but they can't make the shot. But that's a little too hard as he's going to get a free shot, and East will retain possession.
Oh, and he misses that one.
Sorry, a free 2 shots. Blah. Needs to be careful. Another flagrant one will result in an ejection for him, Luca.
Well, that'll be definitely a little different from what we were expected to from the last time someone was benched from the game.
That was I think that was a flagrant, more than a flagrant 2.
Yeah.
60 game suspension or something, but yeah.
Yep, no. And Panichko with a nice little junk there. As the East right now just running away with the game. As Mal passes it over to Severed. Severed going over to Berger King. Berger King over to Buckley. Lots of passing there. As Kealoha tries to lay it up and in, trying to make up for the little flagrant that he did earlier in the game for his team. As they're now down by 13. As Panichko passes over to Kiosik. Kiosik. Get a nice little spin move, trying to get the separation, but no good there as Kealoha gets the board.
Better be careful. Those spin moves might get called for charging again.
And right now, Lady Val with the 3 ball. And right now, they might slowly climb this back up in this game. We get less than 6 minutes left. As Delmont passes over to Kiosik. Kiosik getting a nice screen there from Panichko, and he passes over to Reyes. Reyes for the easy jumper. Yeah, they're up by 12.
Got a little too far out of bounds there when he jumped. Couldn't have done the reverse layup, so had to dish it back out to the open man, thankfully.
As we get to see Lady Mao trying to find a way to get some spin moves, faking out, and he gets blocked again by Delmont. Delmont's not having any of that.
She made a mistake there. Thought she had gotten away from him, but the Cougars' long pause just came in out of nowhere.
And we get to see another lay-in from Aquino.
I think you mean Kusik.
I mean, yeah, Kusik.
I mean, they're both wearing 17, yes, but I know you're not colorblind.
Yes, as Kealoha gets the jumper.
Long range too. That's more of a Scooney specialty.
Yeah, maybe he is trying to get a chance to work on that a little bit more. That is that he's learning well from 2 of the best, probably the best front court in the league right now. Well, one of the best.
I was to say, I don't know if I can cast the All-Star game with you. I think you might be deed after the 2 8-footers come and get you. DQ and Jake Turner.
Oh, they'll be fine.
No, it's not them I'm worried about. It's you.
They're fine. We're good buddies, me and Q.
And with the foul, we're going to miss the first shot.
As we get to see Peninsula going over for the second one.
Inching ever closer to the triple-digit score.
And he makes it. So we're most likely going to see the century mark being hit for the East.
And Caster's curse. Now they don't score a bucket for the last 4.5 minutes.
Of course. You got to know how that works. As Mal almost loses the ball. She can't be going anywhere now. She passes over to Severed. Severed passes over to Buckley. Buckley, it's back to Mal. Mal getting defended pretty hard as he gets the screen going. Trying to go for the drive and blocked there, but Severed cleans it up.
Slams it down with some authority. Not going to block that.
Yes, as we get to see, Buckley tried to make a steal there, but I'm surprised that Orshaw didn't even take a 3 there as he passes over to Rez. Rez going over to Delgado. Delgado passing it to Rez. Rez for the jumper, but no good.
I think it was smart for Orshaw to take the shot there. He's been back and forth. I mean, I think he's shooting about 50%, which isn't bad, but this is the All-Star game. You probably want to see someone around 60%.
As Gold makes the easy jumper right there.
3.5 minutes left. The West down by 9.
Yeah, only 3 minutes left in the game, so who knows? They could find a way to climb back into this. As we get to see Kiosik with the rock. As he gets a chance to lay it up and in. And they did hit the century, Mont. I did not jinx them.
Now will the West make it? They only have 11 points to go, 3 minutes to go.
We'll see what happens as we get to see Mao trying to make some moves there. As he passes over to Severed. Sever going over to Gold. Gold's trying to get a screen there. Going for the long two. No good there as Orshot gets the board. Orshot doing a little bit of everything in this game. As Orshot trying to see what's going to lay out for the defense as he goes for the easy jumper. No good there as Server gets the board. And Mao getting a nice screen there from Severed. Taking on the big man. Severed gets dished and he lays it up, but no good. As Kiyosik get the board. And Kiyosik passes over to Orshad. Orshad trying to get into the paint, but of course defended well by Buckley. As he passes over to Penichko. Penichko laying it up and in. The big fishing cat doing what he does best in the paint.
One of the more experienced players this year having starting for the Albany Alphas after the trade.
He lays it up and in, but no good there. As Orshot passes over to Kiyosik. Kiyosik laying it up and in with the assist from Orshot.
Everyone on the East getting a bit of scoring in.
Yeah, but it was good to see Mao rolling it up. We get to see a nice screen as Mao passes over to Buckley, who's wide open for the three, but no good there.
That's now 2 minutes without a single basket for the West.
Yeah, and it looks like the game is pretty much done here.
15 points in a minute 15. You have to believe, clearly, as Orshot's just going to get the lazy layup in as the West seems to have just kind of given up here. Not even defending the ball very well anymore.
Yeah, well, at this point in the game, you're just playing just to play. We get to see a nice little jump from Kealoha.
Yeah, it looks like the West just wants to get their reserve bench on the floor for the last minute of play, get them 1 extra minute of showtime before this game comes to an end. Do you think it was a shock to see the East pull away like they did?
I would say a little bit, considering the fact that it was very highly contested for 3 quarters. But as you already know, that these guys are young, and some of these players haven't really had this many minutes in a game, quite a few of them. So it's not as a huge of a surprise, considering that fatigue can definitely come into play here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely not surprised it was the East that pulled away. I mean, again, looking at the teams, I would say the East has probably a little bit higher of a talent ceiling, especially considering pretty much all 5 of their starters are starters right now in the FBA. The West, definitely no JC. Roland, who came back from an injury, which you can't unfortunately help. 60 days of not playing much can build some rest up. Definitely Sievert playing well, and like we said, Kealoha unable to really start since he is behind 2 of the better front court players in the league.
Yes, we get to see Blessing laying it up and in. So yeah, right now we're about to see the closing minute here in this All-Star game. Right now, I would say that even with the game being a little bit more a bit lopsided as of late than we would like to, excellent showing from both teams. Sure, we had a little bit of sloppy plays here and there. It's definitely good for these young kids to do what they do,
or
as we get to see
multiple sloppy plays in one play, as we saw 4 turnovers basically within a 10-second window. But who was counting?
Yeah, it happens, man. As we get to see the final possession for the East, as Lynn gets a chance to try and pass it over to Sanchez. Sanchez for a little jumper, showing her a little bit of range. We see you, Sanchez. As we get to see the West trying to see if they can get a final play in before the game ends. We get to see Baptiste got it over, but gets the rebound by Lynn, and the game is over. So with the end of this nice rookie all-star game, it looks like the East got the better of the West in this one, 110-93.
Yeah, and I'll be interested to see how the scoring distributed amongst the team. I have a feeling, like I said, the East shared a bit of scoring between all the starters. The West, I really only felt like it was Malmquist and Gold, and while that's great for Malmquist to be able to produce points as the point guard, it's also her job to get others involved in the game.
Yeah, that's definitely huge there. She has drived into the paint probably a little one too many times in there, as you're probably going to see the player of the game.
Yeah, we'll go through them real fast and head on over to the stats. It looks like it's going to be Jacobus von Oorschot. No surprise there. Almost broke a double-double with 8 rebounds, 4 assists, and 19 points. Even though I do believe he was one of the heavier shooters in terms of volume. So, yeah, it looks like he did get a block there, too, on the way up on the replay.
Yeah, he was the guy that did a little bit of everything. Well enough to give him the player of the game, which is really nice to see.
Said we'll hop over stats over. So everyone's young here. Oh, you said young hair. Okay.
Young hair.
I was like, everyone glad to see the young here. It's like, okay, yes, everyone's young. I know you're getting old. It's okay.
Okay, well, I'm sorry that you're a little bit hard of hearing.
I mean, what? Moving on to the stats.
Yes.
Let's look at the East to start with. And yes, it does look like the starters had a pretty even lineup. I mean, 15 points, 8 rebounds from Panuchikol, 7 of 11. Reyes, also 15 points, 8 rebounds, 6 of 10. Kusic, 15 points, 5 assists, 5 rebounds, and 3 blocks. That's really big. Then Oorschot, we already went over his stats. 2 turnovers to add to that. Delmont, 16 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 blocks as well on Malmquist. Sanchez, 6 points, 7 rebounds, perfect from the field. Only took 3 shots, 2 of which were dunks, in fact, off those offensive rebounds.
Yeah, some excellent showing there from her in the paint, as we get to see Lynn with 7 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists. And Tia Delgado with 2 points, 3 rebounds, and an assist as well. As well as Coslin with 2 points, 2 rebounds, 6 assists. Excellent game for her. And Ella Blessing with 5 points and 3 assists. And Thompson, not having the best game, but 2 rebounds is not too shabby. And of course, Tavares with 8 points and 11 rebounds.
Yeah.
We go over to the as we get to see Kealoha with 12 points, 8 rebounds, and an assist. Severt with 8 points, 7 rebounds. Buckley with 4 points and a board and an assist. As we get to see Mal with 20 points, 1 rebound, 3 assists, 8 for 23. So
not that good. Too many shots taken there.
1 too many.
15 too many. 15 misses.
as Gold with 15 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists. And Varnage, 4 points, 2 boards, and an assist as well. Of course, we get to see Rose with 6 rebounds and assisted 3 steals from Rose. So very good hands there. And we get to see Aquino with 10 points and 2 steals as well. And
Berger Kane had 7 assists as the guard forward. Very impressive from him.
Yeah, it's a very excellent game indeed for both of these, for both sides. I would say that even though that there are some people who probably were trying to get too much a little bit into the stars, cough, Lady Mal. It was still an excellent showing for a lot of the guys here for this game tonight.
Yeah, I'd agree. The East definitely pulled away. I think the West was starting to force it a little too much there at the end and should have probably tried to get more involved in the game. I mean, Kealoha, foul trouble, that sucked, and he was one of their big presences in the paint, but Sievert was strong. Buckley didn't really take many shots down there. They could have brought in Rose. Like I said, there were a lot of opportunities to get points on the board. I mean, Varnage didn't get many shots down low either, and he's one of the big centers as well. Whereas the East definitely, I mean, they probably had a better guard depth. They were able to spread the ball around a lot more.
Better guard depth is an understatement.
Well, I was just meaning in terms of like 1, 2, and 3 guards, but you're right. They definitely had Kusland, Blessing, Thompson on top of that. So we saw Blessing and Kusland, I think, have 10 assists between the two of them. So
yeah, it's really very interesting to see how the guard play for the East gets down for these rookies, because I can tell that a lot of these guys are are definitely going to be pretty solid players. I mean, who knows? They could be starting for a team one day,
or already are.
or yeah, some already are. But
I
I'm
mean,
talking
three of
about
them are.
yeah, but who knows? Who knows for these guys? But they did an excellent showing here. No matter who you are, you should be proud getting a chance to represent the best 30, well, best 24 players into this All-Star game. And it's something that really a lot of people have to look with a nice eye to become
Yeah.
it.
Plus, next year is a lot harder since it opens up to the whole league for these guys. We'd be lucky probably to see one or two of these guys make the next All Star game.
Yeah, maybe.
Unfortunately,
Yeah, that's how it is. Like after after this season, there's no more hand holding. It's tough from here on out.
especially since the playoffs are coming for these guys, and if they think the regular season is a pressure cooker, wait till they make it to the playoffs, where do or die situation, Game 7.
Oh boy, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how they will react into those. I know some of these players who we've seen might not be able to get that kind of experience this year, but there are a couple that will definitely have it
Yeah.
this upcoming uh, uh postseason. But that will it's a wait and see for that.
Yeah, and some of these players, I believe, are on 1 year contracts, so definitely a chance in the last 30 games or so of the year to stand out and possibly get large contracts. We've seen that in the past with players like Marcus Knight and Theodore Rockwell on 1 year contracts when undrafted. They have somewhat of an advantage going into free agency after 1 year. They can really show off and make a lot of money early.
Yeah, sometimes you get that lucky. But anyway, I think that might be enough time for us here today in the booth. I know that my throat's a little bit scratchy after after the rookie All-Star game, but it's been fun. It's been fun. I do miss this a lot. I hope I get to do these a lot more in the future.
Yes, I
But
hope you survive tomorrow. I hope I don't find you hung up on the basket because of the 8 foot fox picking you up. But what is, what is.
it is what it is. I'll be fine. I know how to get them. Heck, I had a really good uh, uh, polar bear myself as a brother, so I know a thing or two. Anyways, it's been fun. I have been Marcus Baylor, and right now the guy next to me is Ryan Eastman, and it has been a pleasure doing this game with you once again.
Same. Thank you everyone for tuning in, and catch us tomorrow for the All Star game.